I have a question for you guys. How many of you have witnessed someone getting bullied or have been bullied? I'm sure all of you can think in your mind someone you knew or have found yourself in a situation like that. But what happens when the person who is bullying you are supposed to be your friends? Now that adds a different flair to the circumstances. We all know that one guy who is good at putting peer pressure on someone in the friend group to do something they don't want to do. Peer pressure can be an overwhelming dynamic to a friend group and one that is difficult to overcome. As Professor Dumbledore stated, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. This is a true statement and one that can lead to difficult circumstances in the aftermath, but in the ultimate end, if you feel you have standed up to your friends, perhaps then they're not really your friends. Let's take a case in point number 1. If your friend group is bullying someone and you witness it, then by standing up to that group, you put yourself at risk of them turning on you, ridicule, or even being kicked out of the friend group. These choices are obviously not one you want to deal with, but you know it's the right thing to do. On the other hand, if you were being bullied, I know you would want someone to stick up for you and help you out in the situation. Either way, someone has to stand up to their friends to get this behavior to stop. Let's look at another situation. How about if your friends want you to do something illegal, like shoplift? Then they're putting the peer pressure on you that they've always done at themselves and being a coward to not do it either. You know if you get caught, you're going to have some real problems with both your parents and the law. But the option of saying no is so difficult to say to your friends, but you know that's what you have to do, right? Or what if your longtime friends are now getting involved in an activity that you don't want to be a part of, like hanging out with new friends that you just don't have a good feeling about? They aren't the type of people that you think you should be dealing with or that your friends should be hanging out with for whatever reason. If you stand up to them and tell them this, then they may just tell you they don't want to hang out with you anymore, and that's not what you want to hear. But what are your other options here? It's a bad situation, but you know that you're not going to be unhappy if you stay. But I guess it's time to go and find new friends of your own. I know how hard that can be. For many of these scenarios, it's not hard to see that the point is that you have to be true to yourselves and do what you know is right. Stand up for those who need a voice, even if it means you may lose a friend. Keep true to yourself and know what is right and what is wrong, and always listen to your moral compass, even if it means that your friends may not agree. Perhaps it's just a sign for you all that you need to listen to that. These are really not the true friends that you have.